Hello Wargamers, some exciting news today. We got some leaked rules about the new stealth suit, the Ghostkeel. Now I am on vacation in Montana this week, so I don't have access to my computer, but I wanted to make a video anyway kind of talking about these new rules. And so there's a link in the description below to where you can see the story over on Fate 212. But we don't have any pictures of it yet. We do just have word of mouth stuff. So, take everything with a grain of salt. This could change. It could be different. And of course, like I said, with the Storm Surge model, the opinion on whether or not the unit is good, bad, or somewhere in between really depends on the rest of the codex as well. So, all that in mind, let's take a look at what the rumor mill, I guess, is saying right now. So right now they're saying it's a little bit more than 125 points for a Ghostkeel suit, and it's not clear if that includes the 2 drones that come with it, the 2 stealth emitter drones, or if it is just the suit itself. So a little bit of numbers inaccuracy there, depending on whether or not it includes the cost of the drones or not. But so let's say 130 points for the suit and 2 drones, being optimistic, of course, that is. So 130 points for those guys. It's an elite choice, and it can contain up to 3 suits plus 2 drones per suit. So 6, potentially up to 6 stealth emitter drones. The profile on the suit itself, so far we know it has ballistic skill 3, 4 wounds, toughness 5, which is huge, a 3-up save, and I'm assuming it's jump pack infantry. It's large, but I don't think it's a monstrous creature, and I assume that it has a jetpack. It looks like it has a jetpack, so hopefully it is a jump pack infantry as well. It comes with, like I said, the 2 stealth emitter drones per suit, and those have a basically a shrouding emitter, which gives 2 up to cover saves outside 12 inches away. So if the firer is more than 12 inches away from you, you get +2 to your cover save, is how I'm understanding the rumor right now. The suit itself comes with a Fusion Collider, which, as you might expect, is a 18-inch range, strength 8, AP1 Melta weapon, but it also has the blast special rule, so you're getting potentially more than 1 target underneath that blast. That weapon can be exchanged for Ion weapon, which is strength 7, AP4, assault 6. It can be overcharged for strength 8 and large blast. No mention of whether or not that increase in strength is associated with a reduction in AP as well. So either that's something new for this weapon, that this weapon has a overcharge that only increases strength and doesn't influence AP, or it could suggest that the way overcharging for ion weapons works is changing, or the rumor just could have omitted that aspect of the overcharge mechanic. So, 3 possibilities there. We'll have to wait to find out which one it is. It also comes with a Twin Link Flamer, but that can be exchanged for a Twin Link Burst Cannon or Twin Link Fusion Blaster. As far as where War Gear goes, it has a special rule that allows it to double its cover save up to a maximum of +2. So if it and it also has stealth, so basically it starts off with a 6-up cover save, which is doubled to 5-up. If it has drones accompanying it, it has a 4-up save that is +2 down to a 2-up save, which is pretty remarkable. And then it also can take 2 support systems. It has special rules fire team, stealth, and supporting fire. So supporting fire is still in. It doesn't mean it did. That doesn't mean that it doesn't change, but it's still in. So that's encouraging. It also has a special rule called countermeasures, which is really interesting. Once per game, you can select a unit that's firing at the Ghostkeel unit and force them to make snapshots for that shooting phase. So if it's a blast template, I'm assuming that makes it automatically be, unable to fire, just like if you were snap shooting from moving or something like that. So overall, that suggests that this unit is going to be really durable for its role. It has, like I said, 4 wounds at toughness 5, so that's pretty good to begin with. It has a 3-up save, just like a crisis suit, which is decent for what we're looking at this guy doing. And so that on its own is good, but really what makes this guy durable is the really just layer upon layer of cover saves, and then that countermeasures special rule can really save a unit right off the bat. So let's say you deep strike in, pop off your fusion blaster shots. You're right in the middle of the shit, and you need to not die for one more turn and get another unit or finish the job that you went there to do. You can pop your countermeasures fire or your countermeasures special roll and survive to that next turn and complete the mission, which is awesome. This seems like a really good way to deliver Melta high strength, low AP weapons in the Tau Empire list now, which before you had some issues with that. There wasn't a great Melta delivery system. Crisis suits are not as durable as this appears to be, and piranhas were less so, I guess. And so this seems like a really effective way to deliver Melta behind the enemy lines and get it where it needs to go. So I'd recommend probably running these guys with the fusion colliders and then a twin link fusion blaster. I don't see a big appeal of the ion weapon currently based on options like the Riptide, right? I think the fusion, I think it's better to specialize these guys into fusion. As far as supporting systems, what would you take? Well, they're already pretty durable. If you really wanted to put the cherry on top, you could give them stimulant injectors or a shield generator. By shield generator, probably getting a little excessive in points here. So stims, you're always you're most of the time going to be able to use that, whereas a lot of the time, hopefully you'll have your cover save, so you won't really need to rely on the ion or on the shield generator. So stims, probably a good thing, and then target locks. If you're running 3 of these guys, you're going to want target locks on at least one of them. I think stims and target locks might be a good way to run these guys, unless they don't come with multi-trackers, then you'll want that. But currently, all suits come with multi-trackers, so I'm hoping that continues to be the case. And so that if the cost reported here includes the drones, which I think is optimistic, but if it does, we're looking at about 450 points per unit of 3 kitted out with stims and target locks. And so if we want to compare that to the standard now for fusion, which would be crisis suits, which is about 250 points, we find that the Ghostkeel unit is a far better investment in points. You get the same number of wounds for the drones, let's say. So six wounds from 6 drones, regardless if it's 3 Ghostkeels or 3 crisis suits. So take that out of the equation. But then you're just comparing the 6 wounds of crisis suits to the 12 wounds of Ghostkeels. So it's double the wounds, and so if we do the math on that, it works out to be about 42 points per wound in terms of crisis suits with fusion blasters and all that other stuff, versus about 38 points per wound for Ghostkeels. So it's a few points cheaper per wound. So on the margin, it's a better investment. Again, assuming that the drones are included in that price. If they're not, then that probably evens out to be about the same points per wound. But still, you're getting double the wounds. So Ghostkeel is still a better option in that case. Of course, it has the same number of fusion blaster shots because it has but in the case of the Ghostkeel, it has that blast, so potentially hitting more units, but the applicability of that is questionable. Plus, you have to deal with scatter, and yeah, it has the stealth, all the stealth stuff on top of that. So it's more durable and potentially cheaper option per wound for delivering fusion blaster shots, which makes it sound really good. I really want to include this if this information is accurate in my list. The question then is, what are crisis suits good for? Well, crisis suits are good for everything else, right? So, I mean, in cases where you're short on points and don't want to invest in a whole unit of Ghostkeels, you can go the crisis route still. Additionally, you can use crisis suits for everything else you already use crisis suits for: plasma rifles, missile pods. All that stuff is still fair game for crisis suits, and really a nice way to allow crisis suits to still be awesome at being versatile, but give Tau a cool specialized option for fusion, and I really like that. Plus, this model is seemingly really cool. So yeah, that's kind of my first impressions based on what we know right now about the Ghostkeel. I would assume that we'll get some better information closer to the release date, but right now this guy looks really awesome, and I think it'll be a great addition to the codex. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below, and of course, happy wargaming.